Here we go. I'm trying to think the last time I made pancakes. I mean, since I've had to become more and more becoming more and more gluten sensitive, I no longer eat pancakes in public. And so I was excited when you said you wanted to do a gluten-free version. Now, you probably don't do it, but the last time I made pancakes, I used chickpea flour because
Yeah.
how high in protein it is. It was definitely not exactly like a regular pancake, but all right. What kind of flour do you prefer? You have a whole big long list of different kinds, huh?
Yeah, last time we made a savory one. Hi, everyone. Yes. Last time we made a savory one. This time we will make a sweeter version of a pancake. I usually like quinoa flour or buckwheat flour. Today I'll be using buckwheat flour. I have a buckwheat flour. I usually like it toasted most of the time, but today I'm not in a mood, so I'm not toasting it. But if you toast like quinoa flour or buckwheat flour before making a pancake, I think it just elaborates like into a new level of the flavorness. Yes. So that's that. Buckwheat flour, almond flour. If you have like a coconut flour, we can add coconut flour. That just gives coconutty smell and flavor to
If
it.
you if
So
you
these
have
are
a good food processor and you have some unsweetened coconut flakes, you can make a flour, just hit it in the food
yeah.
processor.
And it's fine if you use flakes as well. I mean, it doesn't matter much. Um, I usually like it a little bit flakier, so I use flakes. But some people don't like the flakier side, so they
Oh, you
use
just use
flour.
coconut flakes instead of powder.
Yeah, mostly flakes.
Well, these I think smaller than these. Look at how big these flakes are. So these are more like
Oh, these are like really big flakes. I
yeah,
use like the grated ones.
the
Uh,
grated one. Yeah.
yeah, a little bit smaller than that.
Now I didn't originally in here it said blueberries. I didn't have blueberries, but I had some frozen strawberries.
Yeah,
And you
that will
mentioned
work.
chocolate chips.
Yeah.
So
I also looks like I'm out of blueberries. I have mixed berries, so I have. Let me show you what I made it with. I just put it in a food processor and just make it like in a little bit. Like it was very chunky, so I
yeah.
don't want like much chunkier. So it looks like greens now. So something like this.
And with the strawberries, I'm gonna make that chutney you taught us how to make, right? The
So that
like strawberry
we can
jam.
actually, yeah, we can put it in a food processor and make it on a grainier side, like a granulated sugar
Yep.
with strawberries, and then we can use that. But we can make like a plain pancake as well. It doesn't matter. Um, I don't know if I said to add like vanilla extract. No, I forgot adding the vanilla extract. But if you have it, you can use vanilla extract or blueberries or strawberries, any kind of berries will work. Even mangoes work good. I sometimes use mangoes for this.
So basically, you make a pancake and you put a little bit of what you like in it,
Yes.
right? Now, me, I've made pancakes and I put too much of what I liked in it, and it took forever. It was too mushy. So
Uh,
be careful on the how
yeah.
liquidy you. I know that.
Yeah.
That's why now that I thawed these berries out, they were frozen. I don't think
Mhm.
I'm gonna put them in the. I'll make the separate um, jam with it. So
For fat, like we need because we're making pancake, and it's mostly uh really connected. I mean, near to what usual pancakes are. So we will need a little bit of fat or the oil to it. So if you're making it vegan, you can use almond oil or coconut oil, something that is light in flavor. Even vegetable oil is fine. I think it is light flavored. Nothing like very dense like olive oil or mustard oil. Nothing something like that. But something very
No
light.
mustard oil.
Not to use them. Not to use them. You can use because I'll be using butter. I like butter in my pancake, and I do use butter, so I'm using butter. But if you are vegan, you can substitute with vegan butter or almond oil or coconut oil.
Yeah. Mustard oil in the US is so strong, they don't allow it to be labeled for eating.
Yeah, it
This right
is.
here is labeled for massage only. Like, I mean, external use only. But it's just, it literally says external use only.
Yeah, but it's
So
mustard.
strong. Just like, all
And
right.
we'll also use baking powder.
Oh, yeah.
And because we're making it vegan, so but I'm making it vegetarian and I don't do eggs. So the egg substitute, I'll be using flax seeds to this. And I will be using some vegan milk. If you like normal regular milk, you can use regular milk. I'll
I
be
like
using,
coconut milk myself. So
yeah, I have to look if I have coconut or almond milk. I have to check.
if you have almonds or any type of nuts, if you look at past cooking shows, I showed how to make it. It's just basically put nuts in a blender with water and you got milk.
Yeah.
My favorite is cashew milk.
Yeah, you can use cashew milk. Oh,
Creamy
okay.
and sweet and frothy. Yep. So
Looks like I'm almost out of almond milk, so I will be using half almond milk and half coconut. So it doesn't matter, like any milk, it's fine. And okay, let's start cooking then. Let's start with let's make fake eggs first. Start with eggs. I
good.
am making like a cup of uh, buckwheat flour. Like if you're using quinoa flour, just a cup. I mean, same ratio to this. If it's like a cup of almond, cup of buckwheat flour, we use half a cup of almond flour and 2 tablespoons of coconut flour. So that's the ratio that we will be using. For that, we need 2 tablespoons of flax seeds.
I have flaxseed meal. I use it
Yeah,
a lot. So
I think this is also similar. I mean, yeah, just powdered. So I'll be using 2 tablespoons.
are we putting that in the flour?
No, we will be making eggs out of it.
Okay,
Like,
so then I need to put that in a separate bowl.
yes, like 2 tablespoons of, let me put, okay.
So when you're saying you're making eggs, you're literally just you get the flaxseed and you're you're making. I've never heard that term, but
Yeah, it works like egg, so I would like to say it as,
yeah.
but yeah,
And then you don't have to worry about. I mean, flaxseed, you can have flaxseed sitting around the kitchen easily. You don't have to
yeah.
worry about having eggs. So what do we say? 2 tablespoons of flaxseed?
2 tablespoons of flax seeds. So if you're using 2 tablespoons of flax seed, you'll need 6 tablespoons of water to this. I'm using hot water, but regular water is fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah.
So it's just a 3-to-1
It might
ratio.
look like a little bit runnier on the side, but if you give it like 5 minutes, like while we will be uh, arranging with other stuff, it will be slimy and it will be ready. So yeah.
Nobody nobody ever calls eggs slimy, but they are. But
Yeah. So it's doing its work. Okay, now let's start with our 1 cup of flour. If you have buckwheat, you can use buckwheat. If you have quinoa, you can use quinoa. Or if you want to make it not gluten free, you can use normal, like all purpose flour or wheat flour, anything. So I'm using this as my measuring cup. So this is a cup.
Cup of flour.
Yeah. A cup of flour and half a cup of almond flour. The ratio is like 1 cup of any flour equals to half a cup of almond flour. So half a cup would be something.
Yeah,
Yes.
by putting nuts in it, you really raise the protein too.
Yeah. Okay, now we mix this a little bit and we'll add coconut to this. 2 tablespoons of coconut flour. I don't have a coconut flour, but I have a shredded coconuts. I will be using shredded coconuts. This is 1 teaspoon, 1 tablespoon, 2 teaspoon, 2 tablespoons, maybe a little bit more.
The truth is, you could probably mix however you wanted.
Yeah,
Definitely,
not
you
more
definitely don't
than
want to
the
have
base.
pure
Yeah,
nut flour because that doesn't. It's too dense. It doesn't fluff up.
yeah. So it's done. Now we will add baking powder to this.
Powder. I always
Yeah.
I tend to mix up the two, so I need to always make sure I repeat. I
Yeah, it's
have
baking
so
powder,
many
and
times
we
when
will
I've made
need
something.
2 teaspoons of baking powder.
All right.
Out of baking powder. Yeah. Okay. And to this, we add like half a teaspoon of sea salt. Or pinch, like what? This is enough. Half a teaspoon or less than half a teaspoon of salt. So this is our dry ingredient. Let's start with our wet ingredient. And my butter, I just take it out from fridge so it's warm. I would like it to be like in a liquid form because I'm not using oil. If it was oil, then it was fine, but because I'm using butter, so I'll be needing it to put in a, like, make it liquidy. I'll just put it in a microwave for 20 seconds, I guess. It's, I would say, how much butter? It's 3 tablespoon butter.
Wait, you're not using ghee?
You can use ghee, but you have to use less in this. Like if you're using ghee, just 1.5 tablespoon is good enough. But I'm using butter on this because I think traditionally you use butter for pancakes, I guess. So I'm just following the recipe that I usually do. Okay, I'm just putting it in the microwave for 20 seconds.
Not using butter. Let's see how much oil I
Sorry. Let's start with our wheat ingredient. So say it's like jelly, like very slimy already. We will need maple syrup for this.
Oh yeah, we definitely need maple syrup. That's a no, I'm
Yes.
just
Let's start with maple syrup. We will need a teaspoon of maple syrup in this.
oh, you put it right into the
Yes, because now we are making the wheat. Uh, we are done with our dry part, dry ingredient. So we are now making our the wet ingredient.
so it must be below 78 degrees in my house right now.
If you have like, if you like vanilla extract, you can put vanilla extract at this point. Just a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. But I'm using berries. I don't want it to be overpowered, so I'm not using vanilla extract at this point.
Maple and a little
Okay.
vanilla. And you're putting it right in the flaxseed mix, right?
So this is my 3
Deepa, did you just
table.
put the maple syrup right into the flaxseed mix?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
A tablespoon of maple syrup, sorry.
I'm
And
having I'm having to melt my coconut oil, which is funny in the summer because it's
yeah,
usually liquid. It's just barely solid. Just enough. Anyway. I needed the pan to be oiled anyway for frying it later.
so we need like 3 tablespoon of butter. 1, 2, 3.
It's
You just put right in the that flaxseed mixture, and then just roll it
it's
around.
very, even with all the additional, it's very like, I guess if you want to say egg, you know that I
Yeah,
I think eggy sounds better than slimy, but both of them sounds kind of funny to say. How do you describe it?
yeah. We just mix it. We just sure we just mix it like really good.
Oh, I'm getting
Now
excited.
we add. Let me see how much. 1 and 1.5 cup of non-dairy milk.
Lulu, are you enjoying this? It's a very specific recipe. You- But
So I have like a half cup.
I
Uh,
am.
just mix it. My almond milk is over, so I'll be using coconut milk in this. But if you use normal milk, you can use normal milk. It's okay.
well,
And
there you
it
go.
also depends
I didn't
upon like,
realize a can of coconut milk is 2 cups. So
I think if you are making with quinoa flour, the milk can be like 1 cup of non-dairy milk, 1 and 1/4 cup of non-dairy milk. But if you're using buckwheat, you might need a little bit, like 1 and 1.5 cup of milk. Because I'm using
basically,
buckwheat, so I'll be using 1.5 cup of milk. And we can always adjust. I mean, we can just check like how the consistency is, and then we can always adjust. So it doesn't matter. We just mix it real good. And some people like to use vinegar to this, the mixture, and then That actually helps it, like when we are making pancakes using a buttermilk, it makes it more softer, I think, or fluffier on the side.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, you can make it like a buttermilk, just putting a teaspoon of vinegar in it if you like, but I'm not using it
Never
right
thought
now.
of doing that with pancakes, but I'll try it.
Now, what we do is we take our dry mixture, make sure like everything is mixed nice and good. Now we pour like half a mixture of this wheat ingredient and just mix it. And we'll see how much we'll need.
Oh, it did turn it into like a buttermilk, just a little bit of vinegar. It kind of like curded it just a little bit.
Yeah, you can do that.
So like half of the wet in and mix it.
Let me, because I forgot to mention about that, so I didn't use it. But 1 teaspoon is fine. The vinegar. Okay, it's pretty dry. We want like a pancake batter consistency, so let's add a little bit more.
But don't pour it all in because
Yeah,
I mean, well, you probably do have more flour, but it's much
and
easier
because
to.
we will be using fruit, so make sure that it's not very runny, because when we add fruit to this, it will be like a little bit more runnier on the side.
I
But
guess
just
I'm
make
using
sure,
chocolate chips, so mine can be more runny. I guess.
I think I'll need all of it.
See, my strawberries were so runny. I'm making that. I forget. Wasn't it a? Didn't you call it a chutney when you?
Yes, yes.
So I put garam masala and I forgot what else.
Asafoetida, black salt, that's it. And
Um,
sugar.
oh yeah, and that's what I did. I put.
If you don't, if you want to add like make it healthier, add dates to it. Dates also is like really good. The sweetness from dates comes like really good in chutneys.
They even have date sugar you can get.
Yeah. Okay, so this is how my batter looks like, and it looks perfect.
Well, mine does not. I'm working. I still got some lumps. But
Usually, like if you use gluten-free flour, it's mostly lump-free.
yeah. Well, what I
And
failed to do, I put the flour in. Then you should fluff it up before you add the
yes, yes.
and so
And if you're using a cup of quinoa flour, then you can use a cup of fruit, like any fruits. You can use a cup. So I'll be
well in
using
that case it's not a pancake, it's a battered fruit.
something
That sounds
like
phenomenal.
that. I think it's a cup.
You're
Yeah.
basically yeah, more fruit 50% fruit and 50% flour.
Yeah. If you use like fresh blueberries, if you use like frozen blueberries, your pancake might look a little bit bluer on the side.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
the fresh one doesn't tend to leave so much blue pigment, but with frozen while you're cooking, might be. Let me please.
So if you put 50% berries and 50% flour, can I do that with chocolate chips too?
50%,
I'm kidding.
kind
That's too
of a
much chocolate.
50%. No, maybe you might want to put a little bit less on the chocolate. Yeah, kind of 50%.
Oh man, this
So you mix it. Now we Okay, it's mixed. It's mixed nice and good. Everything looks good.
Now, like the savory pancake, do you cook like the full pot, just like one, or do you make small ones?
Small ones, like pancakes.
Then this.
Okay, let's start with cooking now.
Ta-da. Come on. Boil.
Let's put our heat on medium. And we will need a little bit of oil or butter, anything you have, or ghee, uh, to put on our pan, just to rub it on the surface so it doesn't stick.
That baking powder is starting to work. I can see it doing a little bit, little bubbles.
Because we added vinegar, so maybe that's the.
Oh yeah, that's true. Otherwise,
So that gives like a fluffier texture. That's what I heard.
if you do use baking powder, you almost always want to use warm water to like start that process because it needs to be warm.
Hmm.
I've never thought of doing vinegar. Yeah, vinegar would definitely start the process.
I'm just putting a little bit of butter on my pan just to make sure like it's coated nice and good. So
I'm using some coconut oil.
looks like my pan is heated up. I'm adding a handful of batter. And
Oh my goodness. The room smells good. Honestly, mostly it's the strawberries, but I guess here you need to see the.
let it cook
I,
for some time.
I
Now we can
always
see
have
the.
a hard time. I always tend to flip them too early. What I what I was told is if you can see it dry on the top,
Yeah.
then it's time to flip it.
See,
But
we can see bubbles around. If you can see bubbles around, it's like we can be assured that the batter is like really good, and it will be really good when you eat it. Yeah. If you see like is this being cooked, that's the time we can like really flip it. I think it needs like few more seconds.
Yeah, it's like bubbling little bubbles are, you know,
Yeah.
it's like fluffing up. Right.
Good.
Oh, look at you. You flipped it without a. I think I think mine needs to be a little warmer.
Yeah. You can let it cook a little bit more longer, and then if it looks like kind of dry around the edges, or even drier, like completely dry, because we are on the medium heat, so it won't burn. So it will be fine.
Mine's trying to stick. I think I put it on before the oil was warm. That tends to be a mistake I do a lot. Yeah, so it's sticking really good.
Yeah. Looks like mine is cooked.
Oop, broke it.
Oh, you're so nice.
I put them in too early, and so you can see that
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
oil
let the
wasn't warmed
pan
and
get
and the
heated a
pan
little
wasn't
bit.
consistently. It was cool. The pan was cooler towards the edges, so you can see where the edge of the pancake that was towards the edge of the pan was not cooked as much. So I always get impatient and put stuff in before the pan's warmed up. And also, I got impatient. I put 3 in instead of 1. So excited! Like I said before, I haven't had
That
pancakes
looks nice.
in ages. All right, this time the pan I think is warmed up. Just put a little bit of. Oh yeah, it definitely sounds better when you put it down there. And then I put too much, and they're merging together, getting one pancake. All right. Ooh, I really like. We only put that 1 tablespoon. I think it was a tablespoon of maple syrup in.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference. Like the maple syrup in the pancakes.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had, I put maple syrup on top of, but this is. Look at how nice and fluffy. Mm-hmm.
Let me make one more. Okay, so just put a little bit of oil or ghee, and then a handful, like a scoop of batter, and just spread it around as much as bread. and then just let it set and let it cook for some time. That's all. And so you can put, so this is my
Mine
two
is
pancakes.
mine is
And
6 out of 10, so slightly higher than medium.
so you can add, brush a little bit of butter on top and for plating. And you'll need a little bit of maple syrup.
I haven't put either on in it like, but I don't eat a lot of sweets, so it's it's pretty good. And then I have a little of this strawberry stuff. I put, let me see.
And I'm cheating and not making my own whipped cream, and I'm adding the store-bought whipped cream on top. And that's it. You can add any fruit you like. Have
Oh, I
strawberries.
almost burned this one.
Have a strawberry and few. Let me make sure.
I'm too busy eating to make it look pretty. I guess you'll have to send me a picture for the socials.
Okay, so this is it. So this is how I would plate and eat it. Something like this.
It almost looks like a little bear.
Now, one thing I do remember in the past making pancakes, when you take them out, try to let them sit for a minute or two, not on top of each other. Because when they're on top of each other, they'll start turning, the moisture will start turning them soft. I don't know. That was just something I remember.
I like this pancake more than the traditional one because it's like really soft and it's really good.
I've never thought of putting the maple syrup right into it. That really, just that little bit of maple syrup in there gives it a flavor and I wouldn't say really that much of a sweetness, but definitely a flavor. So, all right. Anybody got any questions before I get so focused on eating everything?
Yeah, enjoy the pancake. I think you'll like really like it and make it every Sunday like we do over here.
And
Perfect.
over here, I'm slow cooking the chutney.
Oh, nice.
Technically, right
It
now you
will be
use it,
really good with chutney too, actually. Yeah.
like right now you could use this as just like a syrup over the pancakes.
Yeah.
Chutney, you want it to be a little thicker. It would have been much better if I had chopped up or blended the strawberries ahead of time, but they were frozen, so I just threw them in frozen. So, all right. Last, see, it's usually the last batch that the pot temperature just starts getting perfect, or you just start paying attention more or something. I don't know. So,
Yeah. Let me know how you like it.
well, I've already ate one. I was having a hard time talking, but yeah. Oh yeah. I guess I'll take a picture of mine, but it's not as fancy. But all right. Anybody have any questions? All right, I'll stop the recording and we'll socialize for a little bit. Eat together. Back
Yeah.
back like we used to.